Welcome to Road Trip of Glycolysis. We start with glucose and he decides to invest in a car to go on the road trip of glycolysis. The cost of the car is 1 ATP. He starts on hexokinase road where he becomes glucose 6-phosphate. As he continues on his trip, he turns down phosphoglucose isomerase lane, where he becomes fructose 6-phosphate. Next, he turns down phosphofructokinase street, where he becomes fructose 1,6-diphosphate.
But first he has to stop and get gas, which costs him another ATP. Once he has gotten gas, his next turn is down fructose biphosphate adylase road, where he becomes dihydroxyacetone phosphate. But then he came across a detour that made him turn onto triosphosphate isomerase street, where he became 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. The next turn took him onto glyceraldehyde phosphate dehydrogenase street, where he became 1,3-diphosphoglycerate.
But not before he had to come to a quick stop for the NAD+ squirrel that cut in front of him to grab the hydrogen acorn from the middle of the road. As they were driving down phosphoglycerate kinase road, just before becoming 3-phosphoglycerate, they discovered a hitchhiker that paid them in 2 ATP in exchange for a ride. Their next turn was onto phosphoglycerate mutase Ave, where they became 2-phosphoglycerate. As they came up enolase road, they decided to stop at the rest area where H2O was released so they could become phosphoenolpyruvate. Then they finally traveled down pyruvate kinase street, and they became 2-pyruvate when they sold their car for 2 ATP.